Alrighty, this is going to be the first installment of Farthing's Fireside Tales. Basically, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to tell you a story, and then there'll be, there'll be some comedy, and I don't know. You might think it's funny, you might not. If you don't, I'm sorry. I'll try harder next time. And if you do, well, thanks. I like to be funny. Anyway, there's going to be a moral at the end, too. Remember that. Watch for the moral. Right. Anyway, okay. So, one day, me and my buddies, Sylvan, Ryan, Sean, me and Ryan and Sean and Sylvan, we're out there. We're in the back hills of Tennessee, and basically we're bored as hell. We don't even know what to do, and also it's really hot. So we're sitting around, and we're out on the farm, and we don't, we're just trying to think of something to do. And Sylvan is like, well, I can go get my grandparents' ATV over there, and we can just go driving through the woods. And I say, oh, I don't know, that sounds like a fun idea. So, he goes into his grandparents' house and grabs the keys for the ATV, and we hop on and we get out there. We're just driving about. Everybody jumps in the back of this thing, and it's a good time. And, well, we're having a hee-haw, just jumping around and hitting trees and knocking over everything, and then we'll jump out sometimes and scare some squirrels, and I don't know, just have a good time, drive through the woods. Well, all that tree hitting and stump beating and everything was probably not too good for the vehicle, which we'll get to later. Anyway, so after Sylvan gets bored of driving around at Mach 5, with me in the back of this thing, holding on, shaking for dear life. Oh my God, shaking like a leaf on a tree. Leonard Skinner. Anyway, yeah, he gives the keys to Sean. And Sean's like, alright, this is going to be a fun time. So, Sean's not a very good driver. So, he instantly basically puts the thing in reverse and runs me through a friggin' thorn bush. So, I'm all cut up, itchy, probably got poison oak and thorns all over me. So yeah, I'm a little upset, and everybody's just giggling their little butts off. Well, all right, that's all good and dandy, but Sean says, I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry, okay. And so he climbs in the back with me, and so we're both just standing up, hanging onto the back of this vehicle. And then Sylvan takes the keys again, and he's driving, and then we stop. We stop for a second, and I'm just, trying to catch my breath and trying to relax a little bit after we just been gone, like, ridiculously high speeds over rocky, hilly terrain. And I'm just unhappy as can be. And basically, Sylvan says something, I don't know, something totally ridiculous, and I start laughing really hard. And I let go of the bar for like half a second. I let go of the bar, put my hands down, I'm just laughing, having a good old time. And what does Sylvan do? Right then, he guns it. All of a sudden, there's no ground under me anymore, and I basically fall to the ground on my ass. I definitely hurt myself pretty bad. So now I've definitely got a very large softball-sized bruise on my butt, thorn cuts all over my arms, and probably poison oak. And it sucked. Well, Sylvan wasn't done then, because I climbed back up, and he's like, oh, sorry, man, I didn't mean to. And I climb back in there, and everybody's laughing. I'm pissed. I'm basically just pissed off. And Sylvan, I basically hang back on. Sylvan starts driving again, and oh wait, here comes Sylvan's mama, Sylvan's grandparents. Apparently they've been calling for us, and we didn't hear them over the cackling screams of laughter. Yeah, not mine. And basically, we had wrecked that machine pretty bad, and Sylvan's grandparents and Sylvan's mama were pretty pissed. They were really mad. And I looked down at the machine. There's a headlight hanging off the front. There's definitely part of a tree hanging under the undercarriage. The paint was pretty much gone. There was sticks and leaves and twigs and all kinds of random stuff up in the grill, and it was just a horrible sight. Everything was so bad and torn up, and just, oh my god, we did a ridiculous amount of damage to this thing. Sylvan takes one look at the situation, sees his mama coming, sees his granddad coming, they're all pissed, looks at us, he says, "Cheese it, guys!" He grabs the keys, does a barrel roll out the side of the vehicle, runs into the woods, screaming at the top of his lungs and laughing, and we're left there to deal with his super pissed mother. Well, she starts giving us all kinds of hell. She's just yelling at us up and down. It's a bad time. Sylvan's gone out in the woods. I don't even right over. Oh, okay, out there. That's basically what I'm motioning to is the woods, and Sylvan's mother's here yelling at us, the innocent bystanders. I'm just throwing it out there. I already went through hell with this machine. It was definitely not a good time. I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't. Well, Sylvan's gone, and basically, when he comes back, we give him absolute hell. We whoop him bad. We just beat him. He's a little upset, but giggling away still because he's crazy. He's crazy. It's not a good time. Anyway, kid's crazy, and everybody was really pissed at him that day. We all got in pretty big trouble. Anyway, the moral of the story is don't steal your grandparents' ATV and then do a barrel roll into some woods and take your best friend and give him a big bruise on his buttocks and thorn scratches and poison ivy or whatever, you know, all over my body. Not a good time. These things are bad, and you shouldn't do them. Don't try this at home, children. And, yeah. So, be good to each other, and don't steal your grandparents' stuff. It's a bad time, especially it's Christmas season. Don't want to do that. Have a good night.